What's up, everybody? My name is Kobe Cornell Boone. I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to click on this video and checking out the intent where authentic conversations take place. If this is your first time, I want to say thank you first and foremost for taking the time out of your day and checking out this video. And if you find this video valuable today, I just ask that you like, you share, you subscribe, send it to somebody that you do know. And most importantly for me, I want to ask that you leave a comment, leave some feedback in the comment section. That allows me to make sure that I'm creating content that's valuable, that's useful, and ultimately impactful for the rest of the world, which is the whole intent behind this channel in general. Today, what I want to do is kind of a beginning of a series. I'll probably put this in the series block of just videos with just what I would call old school, not new fool, just good contextual advice that I've lived by in one way, fashion, or another and picked up. Some I have references and resources for. I remember who said it, and some I just learned along the way. This is gonna be one of those first videos today. Um, and I want to make sure that I get all five right, and I'm gonna kind of break them down as well. So, let's kick this video off. These five things will tell you everything just about that you need to know about a person off of face value. Take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a guy with his own lived experiences that is sharing you my opinion on some truths that I've experienced. These five things will tell you everything in my life experience so far that you need to know about a person. How they keep their mouth, how they keep their house, how they keep their shoes, how they keep their dwelling place. Oh man, what's another one? How they keep their nails. Mouth, house, car, nails, shoes. I'm a run it back. How somebody keeps their mouth. Dental care is important. It's very important. This is coming from someone who has not always had dental care coming out of college. I didn't have dental care in college. Have put over $30,000 into my mouth and improving my mouth and getting to a great smile, Invisalign, root canals. I've done a lot of work in my mouth before I was even financially at the point to do it. I use Care Credit. Shout out to Care Credit. They're not sponsoring this video, but I would love to be sponsored by Care Credit because we got a good relationship. Um, Check them out if you got to make payments on some dental care or whatever. I How someone keeps their mouth shows how they prioritize the way that they're received, how they look, whether it's their breath, keeping good breath, keeping mints, tax, Invisalign, keeping a healthy mouth. It is the first. Your smile is the first thing that somebody sees. And I know this video might be spicy for some people, but I'm telling you the truth. Like how somebody receives you with a great smile has has always been something for me that I just knew because I've been in on stages since I was 14 years old, performing, doing poetry and spoken word. I published my first book when I was 15 years old. Yeah, yeah, 15 years old. So I've been in a spotlight of sense, not to toot my horn, just saying I've been in places where it's important to have your mouth intact, and especially working in sales, I saw that as well. How somebody keeps their mouth shows you what they prioritize, and I'm not talking about somebody who doesn't have the finances to pay for it per se. I'm just saying how somebody keeps their mouth tells you where they prioritize their image, how they're received, and what they put out. How somebody keeps their mouth. I'm gonna bounce back to it. Shoes. Now, shoes is a unique one because when I first moved to Texas, the idea of having 30 shoes, like that trend, is not something I grew up with. Especially being somebody who grew up relatively like far from middle class or rich. Like, whatever. You got maybe one or two pairs. You had one pair of shoes for church. You had one pair of shoes to play in. Place. I mean, don't get me started. you got one pair of play shoes. That's it. That's your school shoes, and the other shoes are church shoes. How somebody so when I grew up and I was able to have more shoes, whatever the case may be, you keep those shoes clean. Like that's those sneakers. That's what you wear. How somebody keeps their shoes. I would say if it's not the trend of this dirty sneaker trend with like the dirty white ones, but it's like dress shoes, it could be that's all that person has. Hey, you gotta rock with what you gotta rock with, whatever the case may be. But beat up shoes more often than not is a sign of wear and tear. And even though somebody might have some dress shoes or whatever the case may be that you might meet, how do they keep them? How do they care for them? It tells you a lot about it. And in the black community, we have different superstitions and stuff. Not to get into too deep, but we have a saying like of taking your shoes off when you come to somebody's house because I don't know where your shoes been. I don't know the depths of that phrase. It's just something that in my house we take off shoes. When I go to somebody else's house, what do they tell me I have to or not? I take my shoes off as a sense of respect, and I try to keep them clean because I don't want to trek stuff from one place to another. How somebody keeps their shoes will tell you a lot about them. Um, and if they come in your house with dirty shoes, come on, somebody, I ain't even gonna preach today. It shows you how they care about you and your space too. That's yeah. That's number two. So mouth, shoes, house. Listen, I know life gets hectic sometimes if you allow it to. I believe you can bring things underneath subjection and control for sure. But things get hectic, things can go out the way. But I have been to people's houses that were absolute pigsty, as my mama would say growing up. And it wasn't per se that things were hectic or busy per se for this these particular individuals. It was just how they were. It was how they kept things. No sense of order, no sense of prioritization, no sense of assembly, no sense of just order in general. And more often than not, and you'll see this consistency across the five different things I'm prefacing in this video, more often than not, that was also exemplified in other areas of their life. 9 times out of 10, their life was out of order. And one way could be prioritization, could be messing with a lot of people, as far as like not even so much infidelity, but just promiscuity, just whatever the case may be. Like, bro, clean up your spot. Like, get your stuff in order. And how you do anything is always how I've said. How you do anything is how you do everything. That's a whole nother video. But in this one, I'm prefacing for how somebody keeps their house will tell you a lot about themselves. I love going to somebody's house that got standards. I have no problem with taking my shoes off. I have no problem with hanging my coat up on a rack. I have no problem with using towels, paper towels. I got one just came up. Paper towels as opposed to using your good hand cloths that's sitting next to the sink or something. I have no problem with people who have standards for their household because that means they got standards for their spouse, their children, their friends, how they live. Standards, guys. Standards. How somebody keeps their so far we've done how somebody keeps their mouth, how somebody keeps their house, how somebody keeps their sneakers, and the house thing is kind of segues into a car. And this came from my uncle, one of my everybody got an uncle they're really close with. This is the uncle that I had that I'm really close with. He was the first person to really teach me how to wash a car. Like had the bikes, was a biker guy. When he was younger, before he got rid of them, everybody had an uncle who had bikes and got rid of them because he got into a situation or fell off or something. But that's him. Cars, everything. Taught me how to clean a car good, clean the inside. He always told me with the ladies growing up, whatever, son, keep your car clean. Neff, keep your car clean. How you keep your car tells everything that that woman needs to know about you. And I will tell my daughter the same thing. Like I would tell my daughter, as you grow up, as you get older, if you going out with a young man or whatever, it does the brother got fries all in the floor, the car dirty on the outside, unless he just been out, and I'm a country boy, so unless he just been out mudding, but before he take you out, he should clean that thing off. It's a level of preparation and caring for what you have that extends to every other facet of life. I'm probably going to stay on this word standard a lot. It's a standard. It's a standard. It exemplifies care, intentionality, and discipline. How somebody keeps their mouth, how somebody keeps their house, how somebody keeps their car. That's why I just talked about, okay, let's go mouth, house, car. Let's go Nails. Yeah. Oh, I hope I don't lose all five of these today. Oh, that's gonna suck if I do. I should have wrote these down. But cool. Nails. Um, it's important. Mine are kind of cut down. You can't really see them on the video too much. They're not bad either. But dirt all underneath the nails. Listen, first of all, every sister who watched this video gonna tell you she appreciated a good brother who keeps his nails cut down. If he doesn't go and get a manicure, if he doesn't go and get a manicure, maybe does them himself, keeps his nails clean, brother. Like, keep your nails clean, bro. Keep the dirt out. Your lady gonna appreciate that. Keep the dirt out from underneath your nails. Yellow fingernails and stuff. I know there's people out there, different states have different laws and stuff, but my guys who are maybe smokers as far as cigars or some or anything else, legal, that is legal, hey, preface that. But bro, keep your nails clean. When you go to shake another man's hand, it has nothing to do with you don't have working hands or whatever the case may be. I know some very hard working brothers in different industries who specifically took care of their hands and their feet, whether it was going and getting pedicures and manicures, take them work boots off for their wife and their spouse because that's one component of their life. But they don't want to be cutting up their kids when they pick their kids up or they hold their kids or have young children or their wife, that you're actually intimate with your spouse. Take care of your fingers and your hands. And I'm prefacing that more towards men because I feel like women naturally take care of their nails and a lot better. I would hope. Just gonna leave that there. I would hope, but as far as my guys, bro, take care of your nails. It says a lot about you when a brother come and shake your hand. You know what I'm saying? Fingers all cracked up, ashy, and nails all dirty and stuff. It goes back again to standard. Standard. So cool. This video, I'm gonna go on the last one. I know I said it, so y'all work through this with me. This is live. Subscribe, whatever. Cool. Work out, my people. How somebody keeps their mouth, house, car, nails, and I already did shoes. Did I do shoes? Oh, that's fine. Cool. That's fine. Yeah, let's make sure. So, boom, run it back. How somebody keeps their house, car, mouth, nails, and shoes. These are 5 different areas. And one you may not be able to see, and another you may not be able to see. But one of those 5, you'll have the opportunity when you meet somebody, whether it's for the first time, and this could be used for dating, this could be used in business, with the handshake and nails. This could be used in so many different facets. But I can give you out of my own life experience, 9 times out of 10, if you have an opportunity to see one of those 5, it will be a glimpse into how that person lives their life and how they care for themselves and ultimately how they treat you. Because people only treat people based on a reflection of what they already see themselves, or they treat people based on the lack thereof of what they see in themselves. So whether it's hate because of something that you have that they want, that they desire, that they're not willing to work for themselves, or something that you have that they feel like you shouldn't have because they should have it. That's the gem if you unpack it and rewind it in and of itself. But it exemplifies and tells you everything that you need to know. So that's this video. 5 things. If you like videos like this, let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section. Or if you live your life in agreement with some of these as well and you find them to be true, I'd like to hear that as well. But until next time, thank you for checking out The Intent. God bless everyone.